How you doing? I just needed to get straight to the point with this because just, hearing different conversations or, because, like, I'm a YouTuber myself and I watch other YouTube videos and whatnot. And I wanted to talk about, or basically just discuss whether a guy who lives that player/dog lifestyle or whatever, they think they being pimps, whatever, are men like that really happy? Because, he'll be in a relationship with a woman, and even if they was to break up, like, he got another woman basically not even 5 seconds after y'all are not together anymore, basically because he was seeing her all the time, and even with that, got the chicks on the side, whatever you want to call it. Are guys like that really happy? First of all, in order to explain it, I think we have to understand someone. I think we got to discuss, the type of person who feel like they have to hurt other people in order to feel good about themselves. Because that's basically what he's doing. He's hurting this person over here, and it's making him feel good about himself to have this person. I don't know if y'all ever heard this. I know it was this one song I listen to even now. It's old school, but he says in one of the lyrics, he said, "I used to love to make you cry. It made me feel like a man inside." And if you have someone, if let's just take that lyric itself, those words. I used to have to make you cry to make me feel like a man inside. First of all, why should you have to hurt her to make yourself feel like a man? Basically, it's something that a lot of men do these days. And if he doesn't feel like a man unless he's doing that, hurting you, abusing you, cheating on you, all that stuff, having you constantly in tears, then something is wrong with him. Okay? So even if we can sit here and talk about another scenario, but it's somewhat the same thing when you have somebody who's a bully in school ever, or if they constantly feel like they you have some people who literally walk into a room and they try to act like everybody's hating on them or want what they got, but nobody's paying them any mind. Anytime that you have somebody who has to do something ignorant, do something stupid to somebody else to make themselves feel a certain type of way, somebody like that is never happy. Okay? And them hurting you, okay, they are never going to achieve real happiness. Okay? So this may be a I don't know, this may make you feel good, somebody who's ever been hurt before, somebody who's like really put they all into a relationship and this other person is just uncaring, this and that, whatever. That person, I personally actually have even been in a relationship with somebody a long time ago where he would withhold his feelings from me, and he felt like that made him a man, and that hurt me, of course. It's like he showed no emotion. He did everything he could not to show me any emotion, and I wound up leaving him, of course. And he I got a question to ask anybody who's listening. If you had all these feelings for somebody, positive feelings, and you were unable to show them how much you really love them, how much you really care, would that not torture you? So basically, when you have a guy who's not giving his all in the way that he could to you, he's really hurting himself. Okay? He's really torturing himself, which would explain why you have guys who, once that relationship is over completely and there's no chance of ever getting you back, that is the reason why they a lot of times are so down in the dumps, or they may have even given up on love altogether, which is their karma. You know what I mean? You get back what you put out there. But men like that are not happy. And I also want to talk about the guy who's married with the kids, with his side pieces, with his wife. Okay? Even him, because there are women who literally, who will stick around, in a relationship with a guy. Because it's some women, they on some stuff where, and I don't want to say on some stuff as on some nonsense, because I honestly don't feel like there's anything wrong with wanting to keep your family together. When your husband or your boyfriend that y'all have been together for a long time, you got all your kids together or just got some kids together, and it seems as if you're the one who is basically holding the relationship together. Because if you treated him or did to him the things that he did to you, there would be no relationship. And that's really draining emotionally. After a while, a woman, would wind up letting that go, because one day he's going to really disrespect her and she ain't going to have no choice but to leave him. But even if you have a man in a situation, where he's basically hurting his family, once again, this idiot is doing nothing but hurting himself. Okay? Because he's not setting a good example as far as what a man should be in his daughter's life, if he has any. He is not setting a good example on what a man should be when it comes to his son. And his wife, who most of the times know about his infidelities or whatever, she's miserable. Okay? And, the one thing that a lot of men don't understand, or they are so busy these days living for the moment and just doing what they feel like doing, and they feel like it's okay because I'm a man. Okay? Why do you think that that's okay just because you're a man? Because maybe, guys act stupid, when they're young because they got all that testosterone, but one day, he's going to get as aroused as a raw piece of bacon. Whereas she's at a point in her life where her body is now relaxed, and she may be at a certain desires may be heightened. Actually, I'm not saying might be. This is kind of a fact a little bit, So, and I hear so many times on the internet that as a man gets older, his value increases, whereas a woman's value decreases. But I gotta ask y'all a question. Is that really true? Okay? Because depending on how he takes care of himself, he may not be able to perform. Okay? So therefore, the reason that an older man may be able to get a younger girlfriend is because he has money in the bank. Okay? And if this man who may not be working like he used to, or his body might not be like it used to, if this younger girl is with him because he's supporting her because he has money, is that true happiness? Okay? And the thing about it is, it's like they got this little saying out here for women hitting a wall and whatnot. But how is this woman hitting a wall if she got herself together financially? Okay? Because I'm getting the feeling that people are calling it hitting a wall just for you being somebody who's not married. That does not mean that you hit a wall, man. Okay? You know, I personally feel as though there is a such thing as a man hitting a wall. Which may be a whole nother video. But just to put an ending to this video right now, just to sum it all up, things do not always work in a man's favor just because you're a man. And you are not Nino Brown. The world is not yours. Okay? You know, what's his name? James Brown said that this is a man's world, but you got to remember the other part of it. It wouldn't be nothing without a woman or a girl. So I figure, that men sometimes and it's not all men, but a lot of y'all have to get it out of y'all head that you can do certain things and then get away with it because you're a guy. Because I said it once and I will say it again, that you get back what you put out there. And these so-called players, these so-called dogs or whatever, you're not going to have your looks forever. Okay? You have yourself a woman who is having your kids, doing right by you in every way possible. Is not asking too much for you to do right by her. And I'm not talking about just showing up. Stop hurting her emotionally. Because you can talk to any guy, okay? There's a lot of guys who was acting stupid in their younger days. They have gotten remarried, had kids, and yet for some odd reason, you still wishing that you was with that girl that you was with back in the day. Because that girl loved you when you had absolutely nothing. It wasn't a question. She loved you when there was no money, no house, when there was nothing but just you.